Going on, guys? Sitting here Sunday. Ducks played ugly yesterday, if you can say that, in a 51-26 win. 23-19 at the half. Just did not play our game. Did not play with the passion I was looking for to come out on the road. And yeah, you can say it's Marcus's first road game, but it's freaking Washington State. They were giving up points to a lot of people, especially Colorado. Gave up 17 points in the last 7 minutes to Colorado, so they should be pretty easy to score on. But they came out after the coach fired them up, saying some things during the week. Called them, they had the Basset Hound look, whatever the hell that means. Mike Leach, you're a weirdo. So they played fired up and played passionate ball for the first half, and I wasn't expecting that. They shocked me, and they probably shocked the Ducks, but then Chip Kelly lit a fire under our ass, and we went out there and smoked them in the second half. And that's what we do usually, is if we had a bad first half, you can pretty much guarantee that we're going to have a badass second half, and that's exactly what we did. We shouldn't have given up that 7, should have held them scoreless in the second half, but your receiver made a play, double coverage, caught the ball, and congratulations, you guys got a good wide receiver there, and you got a pretty dang good-looking QB, too. He was banged up for most of the second half, and he still balled his best, and just wasn't enough to beat our defense. And I mean, stayed number 2 in the nation. I'm content. I'm not happy, but it'll do. I'd like to see us just come out and throttle somebody from the first quarter to the fourth. Just come out and not have a flat zone. And I guess even against Washington State, but the game was on the road. It was in Seattle. There were a lot of Cougar fans there. Didn't expect to see that many Cougar fans there. Duck fans didn't really show up. There wasn't a big, huge group. There were just little green and yellow here and there, but nothing great. You got Washington this week at Autzen. It's going to be a rivalry game. It's not much of a rivalry game. We've beaten them 8 times in a row. Maybe it's only 7, but it's somewhere right there. So, huck the Fuskies, hate the Huskies. They just think they're good because they were good in the 90s, and they just think that they're deserving. And after they beat Stanford, I mean, dang, why not? But we're going to come in there and squash their enthusiasm and show them what a real team's like. And we might play flat because Washington's probably going to come in there fired up and try to think, 2 upsets in a row. No, that's not going to happen. You're not going to come into Autzen Stadium and beat us. And then after Washington, we have a bye. And, man, I think we need it. I think that's the perfect time because then after that week, we play Arizona State, and that's going to be a big game. Arizona State's right in there for the Pac-12 South Championship. I am rooting for them to beat USC, and then once they do that, they're pretty much guaranteed it because USC would have already lost to us, and that's 3 losses in Pac-10 play. And Arizona State's not gonna do that unless they slip up somewhere. And they almost lost to Cal yesterday, but they closed in the end. Games around the nation: Tennessee, Georgia. Man, oh man, not the game I was expecting. Not the game I think everybody in the fan base was expecting. 51-44. Cheese-a-loo. Georgia, you might be number 5 team in the nation, but you're going to have a battle against South Carolina next week. They didn't look good against Kentucky, so that's going to be big. Game day is going to be there in Columbia, so we'll have to wait and see how that goes. I think it's going to be another good ball game. Georgia's defense is just, until the last couple plays of the fourth quarter and the beginning of the game, really let Tennessee do whatever they wanted, and Tennessee let Georgia do whatever they wanted until about the end of the ball game, and it was kind of like the reverse. Like, one team's defense is playing good, the other team's defense is playing crappy, then it flip-flops, and the other team's playing crappy, and the other team's playing good. You know, it kind of went back and forth like that. Tyler Bray, I like him as a quarterback. I think he might make a good, decent NFL quarterback, but, man, just had a couple bad throws, threw the ball to the inside when he threw the shoulder to the outside, threw it to the wrong shoulder, and you're going to get caught on a good defense like that of Georgia's. They have good corners, and they made the play. And the fumble, this is my pet peeve with quarterbacks. Guys who hold the ball too long, try to make a play when it's just not there. Live to play another down. You're going to go on 4th down anyway, you know. It doesn't matter what you do. I know you try to get yards no matter what, but in that part of the game, I just say throw it away or take the sack. Just throw it away. Don't risk and holding the ball out from his body, just like Michael Vick would. Stupid plays, and I felt bad for Tyler Bray, but Aaron Murray, you're pretty good yourself, and those running backs you got at Georgia, damn, good ass running backs there at Georgia. I wish we had a few of those because apparently D'Anthony Thomas, his speed is neutralized when he gets into the linebacking core. He just gets tripped up and he's done. Apparently he can't run no more. I don't know what happened. He's not playing Heisman ball. I don't think he's going to win the Heisman. I think Geno Smith, 8 touchdowns and like 5 incompletions, 3 more touchdowns than incompletions. I think he's going to win the Heisman. I don't see anybody taking it away from him because that offense is just prolific. It doesn't matter if your defense is shitty. You just have to play good, and Geno Smith plays good. Stanford upset by Washington, as I said, our opponent next week. Should be good for them. They fell to 18th in the nation. LSU only beating Towson by 16 at home. Blackjack Lover 70. I want to hear your reaction on this. I want to see you sip on empty beer bottles again and tell us how the refs screwed you, and yeah. And then Law Tide one time. I want to see your reaction about Ole Miss holding you guys to, I believe it was like 6 points in the second half. And your defense won you that game, and I mean, you won the game and you stayed number 1, but you didn't look totally invincible. You looked pretty beatable if just a team had scored more points. Just been close, and maybe you play better when the game's closer at that point in the game, but you were up 16. Maybe your offense just mailed it in that day. I don't know. But I'm going to go in and watch some more NFL. Go Ducks.